already you learned in the last class how to prepare elements of cost sheet. So today topic is how to prepare statement of cost sheet. The last chapter, elements of cost. So in this element of cost there are three already below: direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. Again direct material there are two: indirect material, direct material, direct labor and indirect labor, direct expenses, indirect expenses. We know that on the previous chapter. Now the topic, so how to prepare statement of cost sheet. So it is most important. So whenever you are estimating to the one product of cost, so what are the order? The order part is most important. The first that prepare the statement pro forma, particulars, cost per unit, amount and amount, inner column and outer column, 4 columns. So when we have take these 4 columns, either there are two types of statement of cost sheet. One is normal cost and another one is including opening and closing stock. So whenever given the question, opening balances, stock opening balances, so we have take this format. So otherwise no need in the cost per unit. Whenever mentioned in the problem, production of units, sales units, whatever, so compulsory we have take cost per unit, otherwise no need. So first, particulars, cost per unit, amount, inner column, amount, outer column. So in the first one, you start opening stock of raw material. So that opening stock of raw material is the most important. So whenever you are manufacturing of the product, so without material it cannot possible manufacturing of the product. So that's why you start with the opening stock of raw material. So already we have that opening stock of raw material. Then additionally add purchase of raw material from to the suppliers. So purchase of raw material. Then whatever expenses are incurred on the purchase of raw material, it is also added to the purchase of raw material. So carriage on purchases, it is added to the purchase of raw material. Then after that, less closing stock of raw material. Closing stock of raw material. So add these three, then deduct closing stock of raw material from to the above three. So after that, you got the direct material consumed. Direct material consumed. So once you got the direct material consumed, so direct you add to the direct wages or direct labor charges. Then direct expenses. We got add this direct wages, direct expenses to the material consumed. We got the prime cost. So after prime cost, so now add factory overheads. So now you start the production. So that material comes to the from stores to manufacturing department. Whatever expenses are incurred in the factory overheads. So manufacturing production is started in a particular area. So some factory expenses are incurred at particular places. It means so factory rental rates, lighting, depreciation on plant, factory insurance. These are the expenses are incurred in the particular factory overheads department. Then after that, if any sale of scrap is there, it is deducted from the factory overheads. So after that deduction of the sale of scrap, then add opening work in progress. Then less closing work in progress. So finally you got after deduction opening work in progress, add and less closing work in progress, we got the work cost. After work cost, then some expenses carry forward to the office department or administration department. So the factory overheads in the only factory expenses, and then administration department next one. That office or administration departments, some expenses also incurred. Suppose telephone charges, legal charges, printing, so office rent and rates, manager salaries. These are expenses are incurred in the especially office or administration overheads. So after that, this office overheads expenses add to the work cost. We got the cost of production of goods sold. Once you get into the cost of production of goods sold, we know that production cost of the product. So how much amount you are spending on particular product, that is cost of production of goods sold. So then after that, add opening finished goods, then plus closing finished goods, you got the cost of goods sold. So now ready for the product, it is ready for the product, it is sent to the market. So whenever that from our warehouse to the production department to the manufacturing department and office department, then finally finishing that product, it is ready for the market. So in particular area, selling and distribution overheads are incurred. So catalog charges, advertisement charges, and salesman commission, these expenses are especially in the selling and distribution overheads. So after that expenses, you got the cost of sales or total cost. So finally we know that total cost of the product. Total cost of the product. Once you got we know that cost of the product, then so how to estimating the profit on product and how to design to the selling price of the product. So two things. One is you are designing to the selling price, and also so how much profit you are guessing on particular product, that is profit area. So whatever we know that total cost, that total cost minus total sales is equal to profit. So how can you decide that, how can you design that profit? So there are two options are there. One is profit on total cost and another one is profit on selling price. So first one we take profit on total cost. So suppose is given the problem 10%. 10% profit. So this profit is to take on the profit on total cost. Already we know that in the cost sheet, cost of sales are total cost. So add that 10% on the total cost. So we are getting to the profit. So once we know that profit plus total cost is equal to total sales. This is one option. And under second option, profit on selling price. In this profit on selling price, actually we don't know selling price also in problem. So we don't know selling price, and but given the profit percentage, some percentage. So now this situation of time, so let us assume that total sales percentage is equal to 100. We are assuming always the total sales percentage is equal to 100. Then after that you deduct profit percentage. Whatever is given the problem, the 10%, it is deducted from the total sales percentage. Remaining that 90%. This 90% is called as total cost percentage. Total cost percentage. This total cost percentage, 90%, are equal to the total cost amount. Total cost amount. Then we are assuming. So now 100 into total cost divided by cross multiplication. Sales is equal to 100 minus 10%, that is equal to 90. So 90%, suppose 1 lakh rupees. Suppose, whereas 100%. So now 100 into 1 lakh divided by 90%. Suppose approximately 1,20,000. So this 1,20,000 is called as total sales. Total sales. So total sales minus profit, that is equal to total cost. So these are the statement of the cost sheet. So in this second one, profit on selling price. So first we take the total percentage is equal to 100 minus 10%. It is already is given mentioned in the problem 10%. It is deducted from the total sales percentage. Finally we got the 90%. It is equal to the our total cost. So now cost multiplication. So 100 into 1 lakh divided by 90, that is equal to 1,20,000. It is called as total sales. So total sales minus total cost is equal to remaining. We are getting to the profit. These are the how to prepare to the statement of cost sheet. The next class we have take example problems. So how to solve this? How to we take that opening and closing, work in progress and finished goods. So clearly I explained. Thank you.